Welcome to day 10. Looks like it's going to be a mix of clouds and sun today, which is good. We're leaving our place of residence for the evening on our way to, I don't remember what the place is called. I must think. There's a car backing up. I wonder where they're going. It's a little gloomy out there, but again, there's also blue sky, so. One last look up at the palace as we leave Lizier. It's a very nice view here by the river. I'm sure you can hear the water. We're headed down that way. And to our good fortune, even though today is a holiday, because Pentecost began yesterday, and they make the Monday after a national holiday as well. But the baker was open, so no old bread and chocolate for lunch today, as we were expecting. Instead, we have pizza and quiche, because, you know, quiche, it's not just for breakfast anymore. So we've been walking now for, I don't know, an hour, hour and a half. It's been relatively quiet. We've been in the sun, out of the sun. But yeah, just a few cars here and there. More bikes so far than cars. Of course, the minute I say that, here comes two. And there's one behind me, so I'm going to step off the side of the road for a second. But that makes sense, because today is as I was saying, aujourd'hui est un jour férié. Yeah, that's a lot of cars the minute I pull my video camera out. But at least no trucks on this road. And I like the snow. We're going to see more snow in the upcoming days, I know that. And so will you. And now we're going to be looking right into the sun, and there's some cars going by. But this is a Roman church here in this little town that I forgot to get the name of. See if there's any more information, because it looks like I can go in. But it's only a stone's throw away from another church that's up on the hill. So I thought that was kind of neat. Though I'm definitely not going to be walking up the hill to get to that one. So we're still walking on this road. We've been off it a little bit, mostly on it. Coming up on our next town, Angoulême, I would think, if I know how to pronounce things, which of course sometimes I don't. More cars now. Then again, that also makes sense. People are going to go out on their holiday and take a look around, go places. More bikers, more bikers. It's amazing. Well, it's a neat little town right over there. I think we're going across. There's a river down there, or a canal or something. And yeah, if there weren't these ugly pile of rocks, you could definitely see it over there. That's kind of neat little falls there. Yeah, oh yeah. Too bad I can't walk down there. This will give us a little better view of Angoulême. And here's the river. No big ugly pile of rocks. I mean, there was a pile of rocks. Oh, that's a cool house. And we are headed across this bridge now to the rest of town. And then into those hills over there. Woohoo! We've been off on a fairly minor road now for a little while. And in the trees, but I just want to show you the view because there's an opening here. It's pretty cool. And over here to the left, there's a cool little town that's like tucked right into the side of the hill. I know we're not going over there, but just thought it was neat. So the road I want to be on is that one right down there. And it came from the woods over there. Ooh, there's that little town again. But I had to walk up this hill. And why did I have to walk up this hill? Well, not to see that house. Not to see that house. Not to see the sun. Not to see that mountain. But to see these ones way over here. I'm going to zoom in on them because, yeah, I love snow-covered peaks. We're basically at our halfway point. That way is Castillon. And seems a little counterintuitive that we're going down that way, since I know the next part we're going to come back up that road where that car is, and we're going to head off in that direction. Counterintuitive only if we weren't going to stop for lunch, because it is lunchtime. We got some food, because we were lucky the bakery was open, and we're going to sit in Castillon, try and find a nice place to sit in the shade somewhere, and get our lunch. Still love those mountains. Wow. In Castillon, on Couseron, yeah. And unfortunately, they had some really nice trees lining the street at some point. Then they decided to prune them, and it doesn't look so pretty anymore. But of course, after you get away from the pruned trees, what does look pretty is the view after I pass this next one off that way. That peak over there. Yep. Gotta love it. So not only were we able to find some shade here, we were able to find a carrefour that was open to get us some fresh milk here in Castillon. It's a neat little town, really small. There's even a restaurant open, but since I already brought food, and that's the carrefour right over there, and we're headed off towards those mountains that way after we lunch. Somebody found a reason to put a bench here. I'm pretty sure it's because of the view, and we're going to be looking back a little bit. Oh yeah, that's a good view. And the mountains. Oh yeah, great view. So the wind has picked up as we come up to our next town here after our lunch stop. We're not quite sure how much farther we have to go. We know it's not too far. What we're hoping is it's not that one up there on the hill up there. Though I think we do have to go uphill at some point, and I know tomorrow we have to go uphill quite a bit. After consulting our guide and our GPS tracker and Google Maps, it has been determined, as we sit here actually in the shade, just looking at this town square, it has been determined that we do have to go up that hill that I just showed you. Oh well, life goes on. C'est la vie. We're about halfway up this hill now. That's the town we just came from. We relaxed for a few seconds just to confirm where we were going. But now we're going to show you the view of the mountains because they're pretty spectacular. Yeah, and way off in the distance. Anyway, I got to go up the rest of this hill. You can see the houses up there. That's where we're headed. We're not quite to the top of the hill yet, but we did take a break. But we do see a sign for Buzan. So this is the town. And all I know is that the home for pilgrims is 800 meters after the town, or le village. It's really just been getting better and better. This whole town is on a hill, and I know we got to go off that way tomorrow. But I see this right here. You know what that tells me? It tells me Pilgrim's Home, and it's that way. Whew, I hope it's not far. Well, we've made it. It's a very rustic retreat, and it really is in the middle of nowhere, off of this little dirt trail. It's pretty cool. I don't think anybody's home, but it says Pèlerin Entrée, and I was just inside. I'm going to go look anyway. Oh, yeah. Sun's still with us somewhere up there. Yeah, there it is. So yes, this is definitely the most rustic place Rob has ever stayed on the Camino. I mean, we've never had to stay outside yet, but this is awesome. It's so rustic. They do have electricity, but they're not home right now. And they said in their little thing, welcome, blah, 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 blah. At one point, though, they said, where is it? Oh, there it is. If you are cold, don't hesitate to make a fire. But be careful to not burn down the house. I thought that was hilarious. Anyway, we'll go upstairs real quick just to show you the upstairs. And then I think I'm going to be done because there's a summer shower, but I haven't found the hot water yet. But yes, very rustic. Just a floor and some mattresses. Awesome. Ooh, there's a light up here too. Check it out. This is pretty cool.